Hey guys, so last week after Heart of Thorns came out, I started to talk to you guys about the meta events across the various maps. We've covered Verdant Brink, the Auric Basin, the Dragon Stand, and lastly today I want to talk to you a little bit about the Tangled Depths. Now, this video would have been out earlier because I was mostly hoping to release it when I actually cleared the Tangled Depths meta. However, as I've made it clear in most recent videos, the Tangled Depths meta event is very difficult. It's very finely tuned, and it's quite tough for regular people to get in and complete. Unlike the other maps, the idea of map chat commanding this one is pretty laughable. In fact, the idea of even commanding it on a stream where you can communicate with everyone and teach them about the event, we are still finding we continuously fail. However, unfortunately, my hard drive has died that I capture footage to, so I can't capture anything new. So today I'm going to talk to you about the Tangled Depths and what I believe is the absolute winning strategy at clearing the meta event and exactly what's holding people back with it at the moment. So a little bit of an explanation here about the map in general. Tangled Depths is a big map. It's a complicated map. It's a map that the mini-map and the world map really don't help you too much on. You're going to be physically learning how the environments feel. And for that reason, it's a really enjoyable place to me. I think it's definitely one of these things where you first go in, you get very frustrated, you get very irritated, you're continuously finding yourself lost, unsure of where to go. But as time moves on and you memorize certain pathways, I think you get really quite a lot out of it. Like Verdant Brink, this map kind of has two distinct phases, two distinct modes. It has one mode where you are tasked with capturing 4 outposts throughout the map: the Scar outpost, the Nuhawk outpost, the Ogre outpost, and the Rata Novus outpost, and helping the people there set up their defenses and kind of deal with the Morgemoth threat. Below the map are kind of 5 big strongholds of Chak activity. And these Chak feed on leyline energy that has been carved out in these huge tunnels deep beneath the Tangled Depths. These 4 tunnels all converge at one central place known as the Leyline Confluence Hub, I think, in the very bottom of the map. And as you complete the general outpost events up above and help, say, the Nuhawk deal with stuff, help the Ogres learn about the Chak, defenses and allies will end up spawning for you down below in the leyline areas, making those places that there are tons of Chak safer to traverse. So once you've completed these events and made those routes, those lanes, feel a bit safer, there's a big opportunity for players to go down there, and using vials of Chak acid you can buy once you've got a little bit of Nuhawk mastery under your belt. You can open these things up, get leyline sparks. Leyline sparks are going to be used in new legendary crafting, it would seem, because they make fulgurite, which fulgurite is used to make crystalline ingots, which you need for the crafting. And these are the same items as well that you can earn a lot of money off through leyline infused tools. So it's kind of an idea on the map where you clear the events, you go down, you open a bunch of the chests down there, a bit like airship cargo from Verdant Brink, and everybody has a good time. It's basically the map for most of its time. There are a lot of other small events, unlike with the other maps where there are very few events that exist outside of the metas. Tangled Depths got tons of random events that proc all over the place, even outside of the outposts. But beyond that, once every 2 hours, a big meta will spawn. This meta, unlike the Auric Basin stuff, which is continuously being built up into for the entire time, unlike Verdant Brink, which extends the duration of the entire nighttime for 40 minutes, unlike Dragon Stand, where the entire map revolves around that meta, for the Tangled Depths, this meta event really doesn't last very long at all. It's about a 15-minute window of opportunity to participate in, and then it goes on the cooldown of a full 2 hours again. So this event, unlike the other maps, is a lot more like, say, when Tequatl spawns, or when the Triple Trouble Worm spawns, or any of your favourite world bosses from the original game. There's a little bit of action, and then a lot of waiting around. This is probably one of the biggest reasons we haven't seen people succeed too well at it. At least the other events are going on for a long enough period of time that people can learn a lot about the way they work. So, why would you want to do this meta event? Well, reward-wise, you're looking at one of the mastery points for the jungle. You're looking at various achievements for participating in the meta event and actually succeeding at it. There are no achievements for failing at it. Revenants specifically, I think, for making their Mistward stuff, really want to see this thing be completed. And actually, there are some new collections in the game too that allow you to build ascended back pieces themed around the 3 orders. And when you get to the last tier of building that up to the extended version, a lot of them are going to ask you to defeat this meta event. It also does something pretty cool that I think is kind of undervalued by players. There's a whole section of Tangled Depths, a pathway, a room back there with, you know, a mastery point and stuff in there that you can never access unless you actually clear this super difficult event. So it's kind of like one of these cool exclusive-y areas. You've seen they've done stuff a little like that before, like with Tequatl, the beach is all poisonous and has got the fish heads everywhere, and if you manage to kill him, it makes it all clean and awesome. But there really is a cool idea there, I think, that there is this kind of super exclusive, awesome place back there you can only get to if you manage to do this difficult event. So, as I said at the start of the video, with this meta event, I've not managed to clear it yet. In fact, very few players at all have. We saw World First only come in sometime last week. We've seen a couple of people clear it on EU, and just a handful of guilds basically globally actually managed to successfully tackle this thing. And it's not because of masteries, as, you know, some people were very quick to point out, say with Verdant Brink, oh, the reason we're not getting tier 4 security is because people can't kill the Axe Master because they don't have New York stealth detection. It's not because of masteries, as people blamed in Auric Basin, where they said, oh, I don't have gliding and updraft gliding yet, so of course our assault can't fail. There's actually very little mastery interaction going on here. So why is it that so few guilds have managed to complete this? And I actually think it is to do with the strategy many of us devised to take out the challenge. So one guild, at least it would seem, that is most consistently clearing this content, devised a strategy in which you don't break the boss's break bar. So the boss has a variety of attacks. I'll explain in a second in the video when we cut to a stream highlight. But one of his main abilities is actually, he's essentially casting Meteor Shower. And the devs are expecting you to want to break that break bar to stop the Meteor Shower and messing your whole Zerg up. But instead of being in an exercise and having your Zerg bring a lot of CC to end the break bar quickly, it's instead an exercise in having as little CC as possible and people not using stupid abilities like immobilize abilities and taunt abilities and fear abilities to keep that break bar going for as long as possible. Because in this way, you stop the boss doing any of its other attacks. You eliminate so many of the mechanics that are available in this boss fight. And through this, you can actually very consistently end up getting the damage you need to clear this ultimately very difficult boss, the Chak Gerent. It's kind of an interesting thing to me. I definitely don't think this is how Arena expected players to be clearing the content. But in some ways, even though it is unexpected, it does pose its own challenges. And it does put an interesting twist already on this break bar mechanic, which we're all just now getting accustomed to, that we want to smash every break bar straight away, and here already we're seeing an example of not smashing it. I do think it's a bit of a shame that this event is encouraging people to do this, because you very rarely see any of the boss's other attacks, and that makes it altogether a less interesting experience. And for this reason, plus a specific mechanic in the New Hawk lane, I do think that we will see changes to the Tangled Depths meta. So I've been talking a lot about how I really like there's a difficult event here. There's something tuned for these people to really dive into hardcore. And as time goes by and people complete more and more Heart of Thor's content, they're going to start narrowing down on the stuff they haven't done. And there's going to be more people who are interested in doing this, and it will remain relevant for a long time. So I am in favor of it being very difficult, but it seems it's only really difficult because the devs didn't test it super well. I mean, if they had tested it super well, surely they would have realized this break bar strategy was so effective, right? And probably changed things slightly to make, his attack a bit more deadly. So you do want to break the break bar. Not only is DPSing the bosses one of the main reasons that people can't complete this, but it's actually a bit of an issue that's occurring in one of the lanes. So the mechanic with this boss, as I'll explain in a second, is that you don't just have to damage him, but you've got to cause him to get out of the ground. Every now and then he'll go underground, he'll go invulnerable, and he'll try to ignore you, and you have to play into a certain mechanic to spawn him. So in the New Hawk lane, beneath the New Hawk outpost, the idea is you get these spores, which you want to spread around to confuse him. But it's not scaling very well. It's not been tested well by the devs, and it's causing a lot of failures. And what do I mean by this? Well, the way the event works is you get a couple of the spores, you can interact with and you can do a thing, but then no more will spawn quickly unless you're killing the enemies in the area. The nature of the event wants everybody to spread out to find as many spores as possible, but if you've got a lot of players there, thus it's scaled up quite high, then the mobs you need to kill to continue spawning new ones become elites, which basically become impossible for people to kill because they're so spread out. It's like they're spawning mobs 20 people are supposed to fight, and then forcing you to, 3-man it. Oh, and you've only got like 2 minutes to do the whole thing. So there are scaling issues. It's putting a lot of pressure on one lane specifically. And when you look at how difficult that lane is compared to, say, the Ogre lane, which is what you're going to see footage of in this video of me doing during this event, it's kind of laughable. You know, it's obvious that something isn't quite right here. The lane I'm playing on is really easy to contribute and get our Gerent to spawn. And over at Nuhawk, for no reason, it's much harder, and it's causing most of the failures. I wonder whether this is a little bit designed, because you can see, actually, even in the Auric Basin, too, that one of the assaults, the Eastern Assault, is far easier than some of the other ones. So the Eastern Assault in Auric Basin has you just glide. You just glide and you throw bombs at the Octavine in the center of Tyria, and that's it. You proc your burn phases ridiculously fast. It's like the noob area. It's super easy. While at the same time, the Southern Assault requires people to have highly specialized builds, lots of blowouts, lots of knockbacks, lots of pushes and pulls, and you have to make sure that you're using those skills really smartly, and you have to make sure that the armors you've got assisting you there are CCing the enemies in a very precise way. And so there's a big discrepancy in Auric Basin too. It's just people don't care so much because Auric Basin in general is not tuned as a particularly difficult meta event. So is this a mistake, or is it something like ArenaNet are trying to create one lane? You know, you've got the Ogre lane for the noobs. If you want low pressure, go on, you can go there. But if you want, but at the same time, they've got one that is notoriously much more difficult. Everybody should go over to this other lane if you feel more confident or you feel better at the game or something. I don't know. It just seems a bit weird. I do think there are going to be changes here, and I do think in the future, even though we can't do Tangled Depths too well right now, as soon as these scaling issues are fixed and some of these things are addressed, perhaps even the break bar strategy, we'll see more clears coming. I'm going to show you guys now my best attempt and full explanation of the meta event here that I've had so far using this new break bar strategy we did just today on the stream. I'll actually be doing another EU attempt tomorrow morning, so maybe you guys can check that out if you'd really like. But yeah, enjoy everybody. This is the Tangled Depths. This is the way it works. Hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time. It's a very cool event. I will explain on stream exactly how this event works. Whew, it's been a few days, so my enthusiasm's for a bit higher. Alright, so check it out. So there's this road down here that leads to the Dragon Stand. Now, the story way that the Dragon Stand stuff starts is the Order of Whispers develop a plan to bust their way in. They were going to break their way to the Dragon Stand using leyline energy. So that map, that road you see on the map, actually, it's not there right now. It's a giant damn wall. So what the Order of Whispers are going to do is build 4 cannons. One here, one here, one here, one here. At the end of these long lanes, okay? And each of these cannons are going to gather up leyline energy, and they're going to, it's like 15 minutes, I think. And after 15 minutes, if the cannons are still standing, they'll blow open the wall, and we're done. Problem is, the existence of these cannons pisses off the Chak that are in the various hives. There's a hive down here at the end of this lane. There's a hive all the way over here at the end of this lane. There's a hive at the end of this lane. There's a hive at the end of this lane. And all those lanes just lead straight to the cannon. So while the cannons are up, the Chak are going to start moving all the way up. So this is, in principle, a defense event. We have to defend the cannon, so we all run to the bottom of the lane to where the hives are, and we keep killing the waves of Chak that run up. So that's goal number 1, just keep killing the hives of Chak. But if it was just that, we all know how easy defense events are in Guild Wars 2, that it would be very simple, it would be done. Problem is, each of these lanes has a really big, dangerous, scary, high damage, massively tanky boss called a Chak Gerent. Now, there's going to be 4 of them. There's going to be 1 in each lane. So the first thing we need to do is split ourselves 4 lanes. So at this point, okay, I'm going to be coming here to the Ogre lane. I'm going to tag up, and I'm going to take quarter of our forces to the Ogre lane. But quarter need to go to Nuhawk, quarter need to go to Ratanovus, and quarter need to go to Scar. So we need 4 commander tags. So if you are in the group now, please pick a commander to stand on. Please don't be tempted just to come to my red tag. The main group that needs a lot of people is the Nuhawk lane, which is very difficult. I'll explain in a second. So, the Chak Gerent has something kind of peculiar about him. He doesn't care about us at all. He just wants to blow up the cannon. So basically, he's going to be burrowing underground. He's going to be invulnerable. We can't even fight him. We can't stop him. He's just invulnerable. He's just going to walk up. You can't do anything about it. And he's going to walk up and blow up the cannon. That's it. It's game over. So that happens in each lane. And each lane has a different method with forcing the Chak out of being underground and getting him to fight you instead. So the idea at Ogre lane is the event begins with us, yes, defending the cannon from the Chak, but also there's a bunch of eggs in the lane, and we all have to blow up as many eggs as possible. And by destroying the eggs, the Chak Gerent gets really angry with us and thinks, damn it, you're killing my babies, I want to fight you. And then, So we have 3 minutes, I think it is, or 1 minute, to lure the Chak Gerent out of the ground. Or maybe it's 2 minutes, I don't know. And then we can actually fight him. So that's what we do at Ogre Lane. At New Hawk Lane, you have a different method of getting him out of underground. At New Hawk Lane, you have poison spores. New Hawk Lane often fails because people don't realize they need to go up to get the poison spores, and not very many poison spores spawn, so you don't have very much time to get the Chak Gerent out of the ground. But the poison spores, like, confuse this Gerent, and he comes out of the ground. There's a different mechanic involved in Golem and Ratanovus, which is pretty basic, as well as Scar Lane. So each lane has this moment where they've got to get the thing to spawn. So if any of the cannons die, the entire event is failed. If we manage to break all of our eggs here at Ogre Lane, and we get our Chak Gerent to spawn, but at New Hawk they fail, which they are fairly likely to. This is what usually happens, so please do go to New Hawk to help them. This is the lane that needs support. Unless there's a weird scaling bug, but we won't get into that. When New Hawk fails, that cannon's going to get destroyed, and we lose anyway at Ogre anyway. So everyone has to succeed at their event. If a single Gerent gets through, a single cannon breaks, the meta event is over. No forgiveness. So now you've managed to get your Chak Gerent to successfully spawn. Now it becomes a fight. You're going to fight him. After just a little while, he's going to get bored of you again. He's going to go underground again, and then he's going to basically toxify the whole section of the lane you're in, so you can no longer stand there. And you're going to get forced to move closer to the cannon. Don't forget, Chak are constantly spawning. You've got to clear their waves. Then we have to smash eggs again to lure him out again. Then we're going to fight him. He's going to toxify that area of the lane, and then he's going to move up. And then again, we get to fight him and spawn him one final time. And if you don't kill him at this final time, he will go underground one final time and just blow up the cannon. What usually happens, if New Hawk doesn't fail, which they often do on the second phase, so the second time New Hawk has to spawn the Gerent, they never really know what's going on and it fails. If that doesn't happen, usually just people haven't managed to kill the boss. And the boss is just blow up the cannons anyway. So, how do we do this, Wooden Potatoes? Why are we trying this once again? What is the secret tactic? We've got 10 minutes till the meta event spawns, guys. 10 minutes. So what is the secret tactic? Well, the boss has 3 attacks. One of them is a devastating charge attack, in which he moves around all over the place, super wonky, and moves out of AoEs, and does all kinds of horrible stuff. Another one is basically just while he stood there, he evades. He just like sidesteps and evades tons of damage. Again, is really annoying for unloading DPS. And another one is where he spits a giant pool of like acid on the floor, and it grows and grows and grows and grows and grows and grows, and basically kills everyone without max New Hawk mastery, which is most of us. So he's got all these horrible abilities that basically make it really hard to damage him. He also has a third and final ability, though. Now, the third and final ability, he roots in place, all right? He stands in place, a bit like I would while casting my Meteor Shower. He gets a break bar, and he knocks all these things from the ceiling down around you constantly. And he'll stand there forever with that break bar up, knocking the ceiling down. And there'll be all these orange AoEs appearing everywhere. Basically, the game becomes a bit like one of those bullet hell, you know, shooter games where you play as a little spaceship and there's all these bullets coming everywhere and you've got to avoid them, get to the safe spots. But while he's doing that, he will never move, he will never evade, he will never charge, and as long as you can avoid the orange rings on the ceiling, which people can get better at doing, all of a sudden, he's a static mob that can be just raw DPS'd. So this is the luck strategy. This is why we're trying it today. So the plan is, guys, on every single one of your lanes, when that break bar appears, which it will very early in the fight, do not CC. We can do this. If luck can do it, we can do it. I believe in you all. I believe. What you're going to find, guys, when this begins in a second, when the Chak Gerent spawns, you're going to find it's kind of hard to find your footing with the ceiling constantly falling down. Yeah. Actually, any Guardians, one quick last assessment for Guardians. If you run stuff like Retreat, lots of methods of giving people Aegis, Aegis is going to be a lifesaver. Actually, I think having a high amount of Guardians, like Scepter Guardians as well, can range, take advantage of the big hitbox. But with stuff like Retreat and Aegis giving capabilities, is probably really smart and really useful.
No need to aid the ogres.
But so here we go. We've got the eggs are up now, and let's do it. Because what you're going to do is that one Aegis is going to save someone, you know, thousands of health when the ceiling hits them. But I think at first we might see a lot of people die. It's okay, though. Get back in there. Try and get used to. Go easy. Don't try and melee DPS straight away. Just kind of get used to the feel of it. And then, you know, then really start focusing on the damage after that. Or at least that's the way I'm going to try and tackle this, because it's totally one of those things where either I'm getting constantly hit by the ceiling or I'm kind of in the zone and I'm not getting hit at all. The final mechanic to talk about is here. We've already smashed enough eggs to spawn the Gerent, and now there's basically just this idea of bonus eggs. And as we get bonus eggs, we get vulnerability levels on the boss. And those vulnerability levels are going to be really useful for helping us DPS him. I think you get a maximum of 5 stacks, and I think every lane has a mechanic like that. Actually, New Hawk Lane seems to have a lot of trouble spawning the boss. But in truth, during the fights, I believe New Hawk Lane can unload some of the most DPS the quickest. Which is pretty cool. There'll be a wave of Chak spawning right about now. So on all of your lanes, you want to watch for that original wave of Chak. If you're ready with your mechanic already, just prepare for it, unload some damage on them, stop them from coming. That's really cool. They all deliberately avoided my AoE there. Did you see that? Instead of walking through the middle. We're vulnerability level 9. I've never seen us hit such a high vulnerability level. Jesus Christ, level 9. Jesus Christ. I mean, I doubt we'll ever get such a high vulnerability level again. All right, here we go. So we are ready. Chak Gerent is now spawning. Beginning with Ice Bow already. All right, he's dropped a big poison cloud and he stood near it. So you genuinely don't want to be meleeing him right now because that cloud is going to just expand. Oh my god, the burn damage actually looks really good. Am I crazy or does this look really good? Okay, he's looking at me. He's coming. No, why? Dude, stop. Out of everyone in the friggin' circle, leave me alone. God damn it. Thank you. God, I tried to arrange it. There's just no chance. All right, so now we're going to go Meteor Shower. Then we're going to drop our Ice Bow. We're going to swap to Water Attunement to get a buff there. And we're going to use that. We're going to use the Shotgun ability. We're going to use the Skill 3. We're going to move away from that Jesus Poison Cloud. We're going to dodge out of that. All right, and now we're going to slowly back up so there's less freaking shotgun things hitting us. All right, excellent, excellent, excellent. I think I played really well there. I think I did very well there. What's your taunt skills? What's your immobes, unnecessary immobes? I don't know how many of you in your actual real DPS rotations should have immobes in there. I don't think many classes do. In fact, nothing comes to my mind that they do. So if you're using an immobilize ability, I don't know. All right, just a few seconds till phase. New Hawk people should be leaving right now. Of course, if you're relying on me, the stream delay will mean that was kind of difficult. This is good, guys. We got a lot more damage on this one. That's good. He's you know, we got over our 33% damage on that. Definitely. I think Ogre is absolutely on point. As long as all the spawns happen, Ogre is on point for killing their boss. I'm pretty sure we're on point for killing our boss. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to be too great at looking at chat. Because I'm kind of freaking out here, actually. We're doing really well. I got you. Apparently, I don't got you. Because apparently you lagged out and you're like desynced. No! Damn it! Why? Oh god, the wave! I forgot about the wave of Chak. Alright, maybe I'll rally on one of them. Yeah, I did. Christ. So yeah, the Chak... No! The Gerent's killed me! He's defeated me. The Gerent defeated me. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I can't believe that just happened. I need to go back. This is so good, guys. Ogre's sitting at 60% already. Novus is looking great, apparently. I got back in time for the DPS, at least. All right, we're going to start in water here. We're going to open with an Ice Bow. Gerent's over there. Okay, here we go. Oh, he's charging me. All right, screw the Ice Bow plant. Wait for it. There you go. There's the break bar. All right, we're good. We're in Bolt to the Heart territory now, boys. This is what I'm talking about. Oh my god, we are burning hard at Ogre. We're doing very well at Ogre. Alright, here we go. We got an Ice Bow coming up. Okay, I kind of overdid that a little there. Alright, I'm just going to wait for his next break bar. Because he's charging away here. That's fine. Attacking. He's probably going to do his evade thing. There you go. He's dropped the poison AoE, so watch the poison there. Come on, come on. I really use your break bar, dude. You use it. You know you want to. You know you really want to. Come on, stop it. There we go. There we go. All right, good. We got the roof falling, but that's fine. Oh, we had the roof falling bad. I had to move away. There's the Ice Bow. Random ambient mobs attacking me. I think we're still in range of our... Yeah, we are. Of our Scholar bonus. There you go. That was a 14k strike there on Ice Bow 2. Okay. Oh my god, this is great. We've still got a minute of damage as well. We're well on point for Ogre. Good job, Nuhawk, as well. We never failed. Oh god. Oh, we're cooking. 9.2! Oh, I'm such a nerd. I'm so excited. I'm sorry, I don't even want to res right now. This is insane. Leave that break bar up. We could kill him in phase 2. It's absolutely possible to kill this guy in phase 2. Look at this. It's all about the technique, guys. All right, there's the break bar. 4 seconds till the next meteor shower. All right, I should be able to unload a lot of damage here. Just before he phases. There we go. Look at that. Oh, my God. 15k. Oh, this is insane. This is so cool. All right. Good luck, Nuhawk. Please don't fail us now. I've never seen Nuhawk fail at this phase. Fingers crossed. Oh, God. This is it. This could be it, guys. He's headed to the cannon quick. So everybody go for your mechanics. This is what I'm talking about. All right. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to play some music. Oh, God, I'm dead. Oh, yeah, he's right there. No, stop it. Oh, I never paid any attention. WP, such a meta-zerk enabler. Guys, it's working. Oh, here we go. All right, we spawn the eggs. Even if the other lanes fail, I think we will have time to kill our Gerent. Oh, dear. Is this the raid? No, no, no. The raids aren't out yet. Jesus, can you imagine a raid with this many players? Alright, 40 seconds till he spawns. I'm doing bad. I'm trying to look at way too much stuff right now. Okay, here we go. Vulnerability level 2. I mean, we don't even need a particularly high vulnerability level here. We just need to pay attention. Send some to Scar. Apparently Scar needs more people. Okay, if you're an Ogre, honestly, after we kill, well, maybe even before the Ogre one dies, we could go to Scar and help Scar. Scar apparently needs more damage. More dots! Ah. I mean, look. Ogre is done, guys. Ogre is, honestly, we are fine at Ogre. If any of you go to Scar, that would be really, really useful. Oh, God. More spores. No, they need more spores. Oh, no. Apparently, Nuhawk might not have made it. Oh, God. Let's at least kill ours. Here we go. Break bar. You know you want to. Break bar, break bar, break bar, break bar, break bar, break bar, break bar. There it is. Good Chak Gerent. Well done. Look at that. Excellent stuff. Yeah, that ice bow is definitely worth it. Oh, Nuhawk never made it. It's over, guys. Nuhawk again. Good job, Nuhawk. Well, hopefully we get enough time to kill our Gerent. We might get some achievements from this, at least. Nuhawk lane has taken heavy damage. No, it just despawned instantly. Man, that